What's up out there? Dave Duford, Final Expense Agent Mentor, coming to you live from the thriving metropolis of Cleveland, Tennessee, after yet another productive day. After a week of doing nothing, selling final expense in the field. Had the privilege of doing a ride-along with Mr. Jim out of Kentucky. Jim, nice job today, bringing your good luck down with you. Appreciate it. We wrote 3 apps together. Got a couple of triples in today, and just had a pretty good day. So I'm feeling pretty good, feeling pretty fine. And one of the things I like doing when I do a ride-along is really talking shop and philosophy about final expense. It's this business is so simple yet complex. And when you do this long enough, what ends up happening is you really learn about human behavior patterns, really get to understand people as they are, not as you desire them to be. And you gain a level of maturity and perspective that you really don't get in a lot of other fields of endeavors, because we see people raw. We see people how they live throughout their lives, what decisions they make and don't make, good, bad, and everything in between. And so it ends up being pretty fascinating, especially if you can stick into this business for quite a while, because what ends up happening is that, the title of this video is Don't Take It Personally. When I was talking with Jim, we were talking about what we call agent killers, or people who are just complete jerks that ruin your day, ruin your life, and just make the business miserable. And it happens to everybody. And it doesn't matter how tough you think you are, most people are going to have some kind of hang up over a jerk-off type of prospect at one point or another. And so the fascinating thing in this business is we only see the prospect for a minute sliver of their entire lives. We don't see the problems and the challenges. Hey, how you doing, King? No problem, man. You don't see any of these details happen that form the people, and the psyche and the mentality of the people that we sell. We see them only in their best light for maybe an hour before they go out, and we go out and we leave them as they are, and they continue to live in the way that they do. And many times people are amidst a crisis. Their lives are falling apart. The things they held dear have turned on them. They're miserable, unfortunate people. And we're bearing the brunt of the kind of frustrations that they're experiencing that they don't vocalize and share with us. And while it would be totally normal and expected to just tell these people, or to think that these people should have respect for us, they should have some level of decency, they shouldn't treat us like dirt. The fact of the matter is not everybody is in the right minds and are going to teach or treat you soundly. Now, a couple of videos back, probably a little bit more than that, I did a video where I talked about an agent killer, what took me out of this business the first time around. And the fascinating thing about it, and I say fascinating a couple times because it really is, I came back into the business, got yet another card from this person, and found out the lady had dementia. And when I called her on the phone to confirm the appointment, to go back and explain the story a little bit, I was really feeling bad. I had a crappy week, crappy month, crappy day, last appointment of the day. They wanted to call back to confirm the appointment. You never do that, but I just gave up mentally. So I called the appointment, asked if the guy was there. His mom picked up. We were talking about insurance on her. She said she just took a policy out from 2 guys that popped in just a second ago, and she was serious. And I was devastated. And she hung up the phone, and I quit. That's the moment I quit in the business. But I went back to these people a year later because they sent yet another card in, as they typically do, and found out that the lady had Alzheimer's. Yes, she was, in fact, mentally, cognitively not there. And I even asked about the insurance, if they actually took it out, and they never did. And I sat back and thought, it was a series of things, of course, but that one straw that broke the camel's back was from a person that was not intending to break my spirit. And it's the same with all these people out there that frustrate us, that are deadbeats, that should want life insurance, but don't get it because they'd rather have their smokes. They'd rather have their booze. They'd rather have the things in life that give them immediate gratification. Well, the reality is we can't fix stupid. We cannot help everybody. And we've got to focus not on the negatives but the positives. One of the things that's cool about being in this business for 6+ years now is I've actually gone back to people who were complete assholes, who were complete deadbeats, and found out more about them that I didn't know, that gave me a more complete picture about the people that we were dealing with, and really why, and reinforcing in my own mind why I should never, ever let these people dictate my self-worth or give me any sort of definition as to how I should think of myself and in what manner. Case in point, real funny story. I had a client that she let me in the door. We started talking. Turns out she was pissed off when I was asking her about her health. She was mad about asking about her prescriptions. And she said, Dave, get the hell out of here. You can get the hell out of my house. Stop asking me these questions. Of course, I was shocked because that's what we do when we sell life insurance, is ask questions about health. She threw me and my ride-along guy off. Well, flash forward a year later, got another card from the lady, sat down with her, and she forgot the entire thing entirely. And I learned after the first time that she was a friend of an agent, or not a friend of a client of mine. I learned from him that the woman's a drunk, and she gets pissed off when she's hungover or she's relapsing or whatever it is. When she's not drunk, she's a mad person. And I was the one getting the blame for it. And then, but these are things you won't know as an agent unless you just have some connection to these people. And the thing is the point in this video is not to take rejection personally, okay? They are not rejecting you as a person. How could they? They don't even know who you are. They don't know what value you bring. They don't know about your life, about your demands on yourself to succeed, to get out there and be successful. They don't know any about that. How the hell could they even have an opinion about you? The reality is they're rejecting your product. They're rejecting what it is that you're presenting to them. People just don't have the communication ability to tell you honestly about them not wanting the product. They say they don't want